We need to go find out where they live, where they go to church, who they hang around with, and bird dog their asses.
The left threats are real. Now, guys, as you saw in that first video where the guy was talking about going to people's homes, visiting them, going to their churches, and harassing them or seemingly hunting them down, that, guys, that threat was made back in January. So I didn't know anything about that until I typed in on Twitter the left's threats, or lefty threatening people, or Democrat crying, liberals threats. That's what I typed in. And you see all of these videos. These videos, guys, are not funny anymore. They're not cute. People are like, oh, look at them. They carry on and crying. Now, should we take these threats seriously? Yes, absolutely. Should we worry about them and lose sleep over it? No, because it is the left. But you do not want to get surprised either. That's why I do these videos, so that you don't get surprised. I know some of you guys took issue with my last video where you talked about that'll never happen. You need to stop talking about the sky is falling all the time. And I'm like, sky is falling all the time. Sounds like this idiots who, at the FBI agent, when the FBI in Phoenix, Arizona, stated that they were going to take a plane, and fly into a building. He didn't know which one, he just said a building. He comes out with this memo, he hands it over, and people laughed at him because they said that would never happen. Because their lack of imagination is why the United States got caught with their pants down. Whether it was an inside job or not is irrelevant. It was the lack of imagination. And the better your imagination is at having problems develop in your head and then solving those problems, the better you will react to the situation when it happens. That is why I talk about these things on this channel. There was a protest, by the way, Saturday. I completely missed it. I didn't get the memo or anything. I didn't know about it. I wanted to film that. The point is, guys, is that the left is getting serious about their threats. There was a man who just offed his entire family in Minnesota because he was worried about a Trump-run government. His entire family. I don't even know how that went down. He invited everybody over for Kool-Aid. Whatever he did, he took them all out and then himself. Because he was worried about a Trump-run government. You have these women. I'm going to play the video right now.
I think you're a moron. I think you're evil. I think that you deserve to die.
I would go as far to say that I would purchase a Glock, and if you and I are walking on the same street and it's dark out and you're a white male.
Those two idiots are threatening people with bodily harm. One lady talking about she's going to go out her way, even if you don't approach her. She's going to come at you with a gun. And this, guys, is not funny. It was funny when they were screaming and crying, banging their head on the steering wheel and carrying on. You were like, oh man, look at that idiot. That's awesome, right? But then once they start taking it to the next level of actually filming themselves, talking about going after people, that's where you should take it a little more seriously. Now, again, losing sleep over it? No. But just keep it in the back of your heads. Now, I know a lot of you people who live in rural areas, you don't have anything to worry about. They're not going to Oshkosh, Bagosh, whatever, and going to some fucking farm in the middle of nowhere. They're not doing that. But here in the city, that could present a problem for a lot of us who supported Trump. And I'm all in on it. But I am a little more ready for it than the average person who thinks it's never going to happen to me. People who have the mindset of it's never going to happen are the same idiots that get caught with their pants down. These people are getting out of control. They're also talking about poisoning people with their little secret rings. I forgot the name of the substance. It's here. It was used in the 17th century, and it was also given to women by other women to get out of abusive relationships, this substance. And so this stuff is what they're talking about using on who? Their boyfriends or their husbands? Somebody at a restaurant, perhaps? I don't know. But they stash the poison in a little ring, and then they dump it into whatever drink it is. And it dissolves pretty good, from my understanding. So these are things, guys, that they're actively putting out there. Now, do these creators, if you will, who are making these videos, are they the ones that are going to do it? Probably not. But somebody's watching that video right now and going, yes, my whole family, I'm going to wipe them out with this poison. The shit's getting out of control. It's not funny anymore. It was cute a couple days ago. Now it's not. Because now you're taking it to a whole new level. You're taking it to a place, guys, that it doesn't need to be. And that is very fucking dangerous. I mean, it's super dangerous because people are watching and people are going to react. And again, a guy took out his whole family because of some shit that's never going to happen. He thinks that Trump's government is going to lock us down and be Hitler-esque. And so he killed his whole family on something that was infectious in his brain, that some idiot put in his brain. Granted, he had psych issues from before. He had some serious psych issues. Still, that was one guy. If you don't at the very least take these threats and put them in the back of your head, you're going to get caught with your pants down. You're going to be surprised. And then your brain's going to try to process what's going on. Versus you think about these problems, you process it in your brain already, and so when it reacts, you jump into fucking action. It's like training, any kind of training you've ever had. You face certain things and you reacted to it because you were trained to deal with that situation. That is what preppers do in our heads. That's what firefighters do. We train ourselves and put ourselves in our heads in certain positions, and how would we get out of that situation, right? I'm in this room right now. There's fire in the living room. The heat and the smoke is pushing me into this room. Now the door's on fire. Where do I go? As a fireman, if I'm in this room, I take out my life-saving rope, or rather my PSS, personal life-saving rope, and bail out of this window. And then go down to the next floor. And that's because we play that scenario and different scenarios like that in our heads all the time. So when watching liberals lose their shit, you definitely want to play in your head, well, what happens if I run into somebody that does this or does that? How would I react? And that's how you play, and that's how you sort of train your brain to deal with certain situations that you're not caught off guard. Regardless, guys, this shit isn't funny anymore, and it's getting out of control. And the left, as you saw from my last video, something is wrong. Something is definitely off. It is not making any sense. The way they're carrying on, crying, the look in their eyes is where I'm more concerned about. Because there's some people, when they do these videos, they don't have that genuine look in their eye. It looks like they have it looks like they're just saying it to say it. But there are other people that have this look in their eyes that we definitely need to be careful about, because that's the look of somebody who's ready to do some shit. Anyway, guys, this is The Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.